Hey y'all, it's Megan, and in this video, I am sewing up the Whitney wrap pattern. I'm doing the straight hem option in this video. If you want to see the curved hem sew up, then I will link it down below. The first step is going to be to sew the shoulder seams. So I have my back bodice right side up, and I'm going to pin each front bodice to the back with right sides together, aligning those raw edges at the top shoulders. And then I'm going to sew them together using a 1/2 inch seam allowance. Next, we're going to take our neckband and press it in half with the wrong sides together, and then you're going to quarter both your neckband and the neckline of the top. So you're going to find the center back and place a pin there. Then you're going to take the front edge of your bodice and match it to the center back to find that quarter point. And you're going to do the same thing with the other front bodice. And then I do like to go ahead and split those quarter points again, since this neckband is pretty long and I am a little bit particular about making sure that it is stretched evenly. Once I have everything pinned and quartered again, then I'm going to take my neckband with right sides together, aligning the raw edges, and I am going to match the neckband to each of the quarter points on the bodice. Your neckband should stretch slightly to fit. Once it's all pinned, you are going to sew the neckband to the bodice using a 1/2 inch seam allowance. And then you can give it a nice press, pressing that seam toward the bodice. And if you want to, you can top stitch this in place. Next, we're going to work on our sleeve. I do like to create a memory press by pressing a 1/2 inch toward the wrong side at the hem of the sleeve to make hemming in the round easier later. You're going to place your sleeve right sides together. You're matching the center notch with the shoulder seam. And then on the adult version, you have a single notch to match to the front bodice and a double notch to match on the back bodice. For the youth that I'm sewing up here, you can see I'm just matching the edge of the sleeve to the edge of the bodice and then easing that sleeve into place, adding a few clips as I go to hold it in place. And then you're doing the same thing on the other side, matching the edge of the sleeve to the edge of the back bodice and easing it in place. Once you have it pinned, you are going to sew the sleeve to the bodice using a 1/2 inch seam allowance. And then you're going to repeat this step and do the same thing on the other side with the other sleeve. Set that aside for a moment and we're going to work on our ties. You are going to press your tie in half, right sides together. And if you're doing the wide tie like I am here, you can cut one short end at a diagonal if you would like, so that your tie comes to a point. And then you're going to stitch the tie along the long edge and one short edge. That diagonal, if you cut it, will be what you're sewing. And you're using a 1/2 inch seam allowance here. You're going to do this on both the long tie and the short tie. Then you're going to give it a nice press, and then using your favorite turning tool or a safety pin, go ahead and flip the ties right side out, again giving them a nice press once you do that. Then it's time to baste the ties to one front bodice. Lay that bodice out flat with the right sides up, and then you are going to pin the long tie next to the neckband edge like I have here. So this one is a long tie. You can, if you did the wide tie and you want, you could pleat this so that it's a little smaller, or you could just leave it straight. So you can see I'm matching the edge of the tie to that neckband and pinning it in place. And then the short tie is going to go between the notches on the other side of the bodice, just like this. And then you're going to baste those ties in place about 3/8 inch from the edge of the bodice. If you did the straight edge and you trim the bottom of one of your bodices, make sure that you're adding the ties on the untrimmed bodice. Next, we're working on our side seam. So I have my back top laid out with the right sides up, and I'm pinning my front bodice with the ties to that back bodice. And I'm pinning it from the hem all the way to the sleeve hem on one side. Again, this should be the bodice with the basted ties if you're adding them. And then on the other side, you're going to pin it from the hem to the neckband. If you added the ties, just make sure they are toward the center and out of the way. Then you're taking the other bodice and pinning it in place from the sleeve hem to the end. And the lower bodice should be between the notches at the neckband. Now, I did trim one of my bodices by 1/2 inch, like in the tutorial, to reduce the bulk at the hem. So my bodice is 1/2 inch shorter here. And you can see I'm just double checking that and then pinning it on the other side from the neckband down. Then I like to go ahead and baste from the neckband down to the hem on each of the side seams before I take it to my serger, just so I can make sure that the ties and the bodices don't move around. And then I'm taking it to my serger and I'm sewing each side seam using a 1/2 inch seam allowance. We are almost done. The last step is to hem, and you are going to press that bottom edge a 1/2 inch toward the wrong side. If you trimmed one of your straight hem bodices like I did to reduce this bulk here at the hem, then you are pressing the untrimmed bodice up and over that trimmed bodice edge. And then you are going to edge stitch the hem in place all the way around. You can use a cover stitch machine or your favorite stitch on your sewing machine. I'm using a longer triple stitch here. Then you also need to hem your sleeve edge, so just repress that memory press by, again, 1/2 inch, and then edge stitch your sleeve in place, and then give all of your hems a nice press with your iron, and your Whitney top is done. As always, if you have any questions, you can leave them down below and I will try to answer them. If you make a Whitney top, then I would love to see it posted in my Facebook group, or tag me on Instagram at Made for Mermaids, hashtag Made for Mermaids Patterns, hashtag Whitney Pattern.